This film is evidence of how the training through a research program blossomed in the summer of 1991 from buds, which sprouted during a UNESCO-sponsored workshop in the Italian city of Bologna in December of 1990, where representatives of 5 European universities agreed to start joint scientific and training activities in the field of marine geology and geophysics. The chosen targets were the Mediterranean and Black Seas. By profession, these people deal with the interior of the earth concealed under ocean waters. They are sea wolves who feel themselves much more at ease standing on a rolling deck than on terra firma. But now, they are climbing steep, stony slopes of mountains in order to have a glance at their beloved rocks. An uninitiated person notices only a picturesque view, while a geologist sees a geological section, the frozen history of the earth. A quiet, similar image, isn't it? Yes, it is. You're right. This is a geological section, too. But now, we see the section of rocks underlying the bottom of the Mediterranean on a screen of a computer. One can observe it only with the help of fine and sophisticated geophysical devices. So on the 5th of June, 1991, the Gelendžik pushed off the pier of Novorossiysk to start the first Training Through Research international cruise with 45 students and teachers from Israel, Germany, the Netherlands, Turkey, and Russia. While the ship is sailing, let's turn to the past. The idea of such international cruises was born at Moscow University about 6 years ago, and initially was met by European universities with certain skepticism. It took at least 3 years of negotiations to start serious constructive work. Still, there were enthusiasts in Europe who immediately approved the idea, and many of them are participants of this film. The deep blue Mediterranean Sea, the cradle of modern civilization, warm like mother's hands. However, down on the seabed at a great depth, dramatic geological collisions take place. A drop of water reflects the whole world. For geologists, the Mediterranean is a compact model of the world ocean. The first stage of the cruise was devoted to investigation of neotectonics of the Cyprus Arc. The goal is to find out why earthquakes occur so seldom within this part of a zone of collision between African and Turkish crust plates. An investigation area is mapped out, the vessel's course is charted, and geophysical sensors, the eyes of the geologist, launched overboard. A high-resolution seismic equipment gives a geologist a unique chance to watch the fine structure of sedimentary cover on the sea bottom. Digital seismic receivers register seismic waves on their arrival from the Earth's interior. Magnetic reconnaissance is about 400 years old. Modern marine nuclear magnetometers make it possible to investigate igneous and volcanic rocks at great oceanic depths. Day and night, changing each other every 4 hours, the students keep watch in the gravity lab. Scientists successfully adopted this sophisticated geophysical method for the needs of marine geology. The gravity data obtained is being permanently processed on its arrival. It helps the geologist to find out the tectonic structure of the Earth's crust. The Okean side scan system, a most sophisticated device, is the pride of the Usemoor Geologia industrial firm. Device makes it possible to get an ultra-detailed image of bottom topography within a wide strip along the vessel heading. Every day, all the participants of the cruise who are free from watch, both green students and venerable professors, gather to discuss new data received during the previous 24 hours. Many things might seem to separate these people: language, nationality, age, experience, professional level. Still, all this could not and did not prevent them from having become close colleagues within several days. He puts questions before them to which there are no answers at the end of a textbook. And in search of the right answers, they joined in one international creative team. This stimulating environment is what the students and teachers dream of, both for research and training. And sometimes when they feel tired after a night watch, one may relax and sleep. Let us not wake this young lady. She's probably seeing a wonderful dream. Mud volcanoes were very active in the past, and their eruptions caused great damage to Greek villages in eastern Crimea, and some of them are still alive. But most of them seem to have ceased activity, and now their craters resemble enormous empty plates. However, hot mud mixed with water and gases breaks rocks of the cone and pours out of it, forming small cones and boiling ponds. Those who wish may taste it. It's always a challenge to glance into the mouth of a volcano or to put one's finger into it. So let's pardon the girl. She has woken up full of life, enthusiasm, and a desire to continue learning. It's not a simple task to discover a mud volcano crater when it's concealed by a white layer several kilometers thick. We are helpless without an echo sounder, a precise satellite navigation system, computers. It's an art to stop the vessel at a point exactly over the top of a crater. Mud volcanoes have become a subject of active investigation as mud and gases erupt from depths where oil and gas fields originate. Though geophysical methods give precious data, it would not be complete without direct geological sampling of bottom rocks. In many cases, old reliable methods are very effective. The gravity core lifts a column of sediments on board, which have been accumulating for hundreds of thousands of years. Geologists start analyzing the samples immediately on their arrival. To solve certain scientific problems, including pollution of the ocean, it is of prime importance to receive undisturbed samples from the upper part of the sediment layer connecting the bottom water. Scientists from the Netherlands have brought a special box core for this purpose. To retain natural physical properties of the sediments for further deep analysis in university labs, the samples are thoroughly packed in hermetic containers. The participants, scientists and teachers, and many of the students have the fascinating task of analyzing in depth the scientific data from the cruise. This will take much longer than these 40 days of the expedition. Three-quarters of the Earth's surface is covered by the world ocean, and from ancient times, man has been throwing his net overboard. It's only in recent decades people turn to deep-sea geological explorations to learn the geological history of the Earth and in search of vitally important mineral resources. The importance and difficulty of the goal requires joint efforts of different countries, both in investigation and in training a new generation of marine professionals. Catalytic and promoting role of UNESCO is of prime importance in such kind of activity. Now they're saying goodbye, but not forever. They'll soon meet again at international conferences, workshops, and in the second Training Through Research cruise in the summer of 1992 as good friends. The Floating University is open for everyone interested in marine geology and geophysics.